Well, hello there, YouTube. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Today's the 31st of January. I cannot believe we've already marked 1 month off the calendar. How's 2023 going for you so far? Still on those resolutions? Have you lost all that weight? Has that cleanse worked out for you? Well, today we're going to talk about my version of a mostly raw vegan diet, what it is and what it isn't. And let me repeat one more time, my version. You might want to Google those two words. From time to time, I just kind of like to restate, clarify my mission statement, as if you will, of like just how I kind of do this thing, like my thoughts on it and kind of where I stand. Because, sometimes I'll reference YouTube, and my people over on Instagram will say, well, I've never seen you on YouTube. So sometimes I'll go and I'll make a video like this for people that have asked me questions on Instagram. And for new people, just the demographics say, listen, I appreciate all you people that have followed for a long time now. And I know I get repetitive on some stuff, but there's always new eyes. There's always new eyes every time you're creating a piece of content. So, and once again, my version. One thing I've talked about since I started doing this channel, once I started doing social media, is number one is I'm not trying to get you to follow me. I am no guru. I am no leader of any sort. I don't want you to follow me. And I actually caution you against people that want you to be a follower, that want you to follow them, that want you to be dependent on them. It has always just been my hope on this channel to just put a lot of information out there, curate a lot of different information, and you make up your own decisions. You got to be careful for people that try to put too much sway on how you do things. Mostly raw vegan diet. That's what it is. And I'm kind of a hybrid, and that's why I'm an outlier in this raw vegan world, because I don't really fit with anybody. I don't fit any of the religions or the dogmas, and there's so much dogma and religion within here. The people, there's this type of raw vegan, there's this type, and they all have their special little rules, and they all have their tenets. And imagine this, they all think they are the one true way to be eating. I don't believe that. I don't know. That stuff never resonated with me, and that's probably why I've always kind of been an outlier, is just all that. Raw vegan world's just never done much for me. I am not a fruitarian. Not knocking anybody that is, but I like variety. I think we need variety. My diet consists of fruit. I eat a fair amount of fruit, a large amount of fruit, some people would say. Greens, sprouts. Starting to do some microgreens now. My roommate built me a little thing where I can do hang a light and do my microgreens. Fermenting, doing my own fermented foods for the gut health, but I like diversity. Another thing too, we're talking about my hybrid nature, is the cooked food. And that's why I just don't resonate with the raw people, and they don't like me, is because it's cooked. Oh, that's evil. That's of the devil. Raw is law. And also too, I've never fallen prey to this whole slippery slope. I eat certain things that are cooked because I eat certain things that are cooked. I focus on my nutrition, and hey, that's what I do. But the things that I eat are cooked are whole foods, and the list is pretty small. It's not like I'm just out there willy-nilly going to some restaurant and veganizing something and just eating garbage just in the name of, well, it's plant-based or vegan. When I eat cooked food, like 95% of the time, it's one of three things: sweet potatoes, legumes, or the occasional green, like steaming some collard greens, boiling some collard greens, steaming some spinach. That's it. It's whole foods. It's nutrition. Now, whether you eat that or not, like I say, I just like you to, I like to clarify it and let people know how I actually eat. I'm not a detox specialist. And another reason I'm clarifying some of this stuff is people write to me, and actually I'm like, dude, have you ever consumed any of my content, or did you just see one video and then just write out? People will write me and ask me something about recommending a juice fast. or they'll start talking about detox and detox this. I'm not a detox specialist. I think that's the silliest combination of two words I've ever seen. You guys don't even know. Sometimes my eyes hurt at the end of the day. When I see the words coach and detox specialist under somebody's profile on Instagram, my eyes just immediately start rolling, because that's laughable. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit prejudiced. I've always kind of had a negative connotation against coaches, because coaches seem to, I don't know. But within eating, I mean, come on. But anyhow, I'm not one. And I try to use straightforward language. I'm not into always talking about the detoxing and the healing and the ascension and the this and the that. Although I'm not like, there's things out there that if I talked about all the different things I'm interested in, believe in maybe, it's not like I'm a stuffed shirt. It's just when it comes to the eating, I'm about fundamentals. I'm about science. I'm about like trying to recommend good sources. That's another thing too. Look at the sources of people you are watching or recommending. I don't get very much of my information from raw vegan people. I get a huge majority, probably 75%, 80%, maybe even more, from just whole food plant-based sources like the Dr. Gregors and the Dr. Bulsiewicz of Fiber Fueled, and T. Colin Campbell and Dr. Esselstyn and people like that. But I will tell you something, of some of the things that I see and some of the things that I follow out there, I pop into Freely's stories often, just kind of see different people. I like to keep a pulse on things and see what they're doing. She's, honestly, nutrition-wise, she's putting some of the best information out there of anybody. I think she is somewhat of a hybrid herself. Like I said, I don't follow anybody close enough to be able to say, oh, they're eating exactly like this, but best I can tell, she's living in a jungle somewhere, eating a lot of fruit, and eating a lot of fruit, a lot of greens, but she also eats some cooked food, not a lot of cooked food. But then again, maybe she's doing raw till 4, I don't know. But good nutritional, solid nutritional advice out there, as is Melissa and Nate. I think they're putting it out. But other than that, with the raw aspect of it, I can't tell you a lot. I'm just not taking a lot from a lot of people. I don't take a lot from a lot of people. That's not knocking a lot of people though, because there's so many people out there putting out content on everything these days that you can't get around to everybody. And I stumble across people sometime that I'll take a piece here, I'll take a piece there. And that's something that I've always tried to stress on here, is that take what you can use from anybody. I was chatting with somebody on Instagram recently about this, about how we were talking about some source. I don't remember who it was or what it was, but about how we generally didn't agree with them, but there was one particular thing where we did. So we use that. Why would you discount something? Like, truth is truth. Don't discount somebody because you disagree with something they say. Whether it be something they say or a lot of things they say, there still might be some little nugget that you can take out of it and use. So do that. Pull the nugget out, use it, and move on. You don't have to sit there and debate it and try to show superiority with your knowledge on things. That's how I do with all the content. I'm not into the back and forth and why this and blah, blah, blah. I cherry pick what I can use. I discard the rest, and, I kind of make it my own. And I don't know, after coming up on 11 years, I guess this summer will be 11 years, I feel good. I've got energy. And the number one reason I eat like I eat, and my number one decision that guides like most of my choices, sorry about that. Of course, if I leave the door open, my back door open, something's going to make noise outside. That's a real pet peeve of mine in general. I don't like people that make noise outside that infringes on other people. I could totally live out in an isolated area with no sound going. But what I was saying there is the number one thing that guides how I eat, what I eat at what time, and sometimes makes me adjust or whatever, is digestion. As long as I'm eliminating going to the bathroom regularly, comfortably, that's it. And if I, for some reason, and it's usually because I haven't hydrated properly for a day or two, or maybe I ate something different than I normally eat, it's usually always on, but the minute that it's not exactly on, I'm tweaking just slightly to get it back right in that zone. So that's how it works for me. Like I said, I don't take too much of this stuff seriously. The food at this point is, obviously you've seen some of the non-food videos I do. I'm really more interested in my meditation, breathwork, spirituality now than in just obsessing over the food all the time. Because obsessing over the food isn't healthy. Something I was reading in that it's Paramahansa Yogananda book on scientific affirmations. It talks about eating, and it brings up a good point that, like I say, I try to focus on my nutrition all the time, but you shouldn't be fanatic about this. Like overthinking, over worrying about something like your food is not good for you either. Which is also a reason I tell you to get to a healthy way of eating that is comfortable for you as quickly as you can, because that stress of just constantly where you feel bad because you messed up or you feel bad because you're not following what you wanted to follow, gets in people's heads, and that it's just not healthy. It's not healthy. Our health, our wellness is it's mental, it's physical, it's spiritual. It's more than just like obsessing over the food all the time. So anyhow, for the new folks out there, hope this is a little bit of a clarification if you've ever been confused. Once again, I don't know where to tell you to go for a juice retreat or a cleanse or a fast or a this or a that. And, hey, God bless. There's probably somebody out there that can, lead you in the direction you're looking to go. But I'm just going to kind of keep doing me. So hope y'all enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Have a great day, and I'll see you here again tomorrow, the next day. Peace.